Crisis in Israel and Palestine. Now, in college, I wrote two papers, one undergrad, one in grad, right? I went to grad school for urban planning, urban science, initially. Um, First paper was on Golda Meir, right? Remarkable woman, and I did a paper on her journey as one of the founding members of Israel. Studied it in depth for that paper, right? It wasn't like a 5-page paper, it was like a 20-page paper on Golda Meir, right? And if you know anything about Golda Meir, you could literally write hundreds of pages on this woman, right? But black skinny kid from Brooklyn at the time, in 2004, I didn't know anything about the plight of Israel or any of that stuff. So it wasn't interesting to me on the surface of it, but the character of Golda Meir, right? And it taught me something as a writer, right? When you want to write powerful essays or papers, focus on one thing. Don't focus on 20 things and try to bring it together. Focus on one thing. And Golda Meir was my focus of this paper. And through her character, it made me understand the Middle East crisis and the plight of Israel's and Jewish people in forming this state of Israel, as well as their conflict with the surrounding neighbors, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, and Palestine, right? State of Palestine, right? Also, in college, I made friends with a lot of Palestinian supporters, right? I was the managing editor of a school newspaper, a school magazine, and a lot of my staff, a lot of my colleagues were Muslim people from the Middle East, and they were coming on my campus. For some odd reason, we just had a lot of Muslim Middle Eastern pro-Palestine students working in our journal, right? And they all worked with me, friends, and they kind of told me their stories and where they're from and stuff like that. And I became well friends with them. And through the scope of it, I thought I understood what was going on in the Middle East, right? Like Israel was guaranteed land, and they're claiming this land that's theirs, and it's basically a fight over real estate, right? If you want to look at it in a, and I don't even think I could say that because I don't have no clue about what's going on over there, right? I know a lot of my friends that have no clue about what's going on over there. They might say I'm pro-Israel, I'm pro-Palestine. You find more Americans, especially Republicans, say they're pro-Israel, right? Because of shit Donald Trump said, the last 4 years, right? I'm pro-Israel, but they don't really know, right? And it's easy to adopt a stance when you don't know shit about something, right? But your friends are adopting that stance, right? Maybe your former president adopted that stance that you liked, but you don't know shit about it. I don't know shit about what's going on over there. I thought I did. I have professional educational experiences on the topics of the Middle East crisis, but it mutates, it changes. Every conflict is a new source of why the conflict started. This recent conflict, from what I'm seeing, seems to be a real estate problem, right? Land is being moved around and people are being moved into land that don't belong to them. Probably belong to them, but they think it belongs to them. I don't know. I really don't know. I have no stance on it. The one thing I'm against is silly, stupid wars. And my mom told me the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, is instigating this because he's in some investigative trouble. He's being investigated for some wrongdoings, right? And he's trying to distract people from that investigation with this war. And I saw Netanyahu on TV just now talking. He's very aggressive, saying we have to go after them and take care of this. It has to be done. It has to be done, right? Funny enough, BBC was interviewing someone in Israel yesterday about, and it was a fair interview. He's saying Israel has all the weapons, all the nukes, all the power, military might. Palestine and Hamas, they only got like rockets, not that many people, and when you look at the face-to-face battle, it looks like handguns and rocks versus like tanks and bombers and missiles and all types of stuff. Why can't Israel just go over and just kill everyone, burn it down, and claim victory, right? Just do that. You guys have all the weapons, right? Just, you want their land or you want something, or they're attacking you guys every day, You feel you should have a right to defend yourself, right? Iron Dome and all, defend yourself. Why doesn't Israel just go over there and just kill everyone, right? Women, children, babies, cats, dogs, right? Burn everything down to the ground and rebuild fresh, right? Why wouldn't Israel do that? And that's my question, right? And the person being interviewed said, we can't win this war that way. Israel can't win the war with military resources, right? The military will not win that war. And the BBC announcer was like, really? Like, and he was surprised. I was surprised. Like, what? There's a war being fought with rockets, right? And bullets. Almost every minute of the day for the last week. And you mean to tell me that you guys can't win the war with that arsenal, with those weapons, with those, that military might? And that lets you know everything you need to know about what's going on over there, I think. More so than the politics or the whys, right? If you have two forces going up against each other and one force has all the power to kill and crush the opposing force and they just know they can't do that, why is that? Right? It's the question I think I would love someone to answer. The guy couldn't answer that. He said, I don't know, but it can't be done that way. Right? Is it a David and Goliath situation? Like, what's going on over there?